Hi guys, how are you all doing? Welcome back to the channel and yet another video. So this is a big one, to be fair. This is something that I've actually spoke to artists about, been speaking to vocalists and guitarists and bassists and one drummer actually today about this. You've probably seen it doing the rounds. From what I can see now, it seems to be becoming under control. I've only been able to find it on Hollow Front so far. Although it's not playable. You click play and it just comes up, this file is not being found. People, we are talking about the Spotify hack that has been doing the rounds the past couple of days. It first came to my attention through Timo from Mirage and also Joel from Aviana. Both of them I've spoken to and got a bit more backstory on. But anyway, it seems like someone has managed to get a fuck ton of AI sound and metalcore songs onto these bands' pages and making it look like it's actually their release. A couple of bands did reach out and say, this is not us, do not react to this, this is not our music, it is not our vocals. And I mean, I did hear a couple of them that went up. I heard the one that went up on Fit for a King's channel, and you can just tell it's not them. The vocals are goddamn awful. It's AI. But the bad thing is that this has happened. Like I know Spotify works for artists. I've got the Spotify for Artists app and stuff. The amount of hoops and loops and all them kind of things you've got to jump through to verify you are who you say you are and to verify that your music belongs to you on Spotify is a joke. That's why a lot of people go through distributors and stuff, because it's easier. They just do it all for you. But the past couple of days, I'll flash up on screen so you can see. If you see, where will we be? Down here. If you see that logo anywhere on any of, well, to be fair, this is over 100 bands affected by this. If you see that logo attached to any of your favourite bands, I guarantee that is not them. It is AI. It's over 100 bands, like I say. The biggest ones that I've been able to find and track down and verify and see it on their profiles before it was taken down are Thy Art Is Murder, Fit for a King, Angel Maker, Hollow Front, Current, Born of Osiris, Erra, the Browning, which we know Keem is the bass player for, obviously Mirage, the thingy dome, what's the word? Unaffected is the word we're looking for. Unaffected by it, considering the Mirage were Alleviate. Alleviate did not get attacked by this AI. A lot of people are making jokes saying they're falling in reverse didn't, and everything else is happening to Ronnie right now. He's having all his social medias attacked and everything. So, but yeah, this logo here, if you see that on any of your bands that you're into, report it to Spotify. The labels, to be fair, have done an unbelievable job. I have seen obviously some screenshots and stuff. I'm not allowed to share them. I wouldn't anyway, just purely out of respect for the bands. That is obviously confidential information. But the labels are fighting this. They are on it. They're aware of it. They're looking into it. One of them labels being Horizon Empire, who, phenomenal label anyway, always look after their artists. They have managed to get it down, from what I can see, off pretty much every band's profile on Spotify now. There doesn't seem to be any trace of this on the likes of Aviana, Mirage, that kind of stuff. I did find it on Hollow Front still. They are now self-released though. They are no longer under a label. Their contract finished. Obviously I did the interview and stuff. We confirmed that. But yeah, a lot of these bands, like, you know, some of them are big boys in the game. You know, Fit for a King are not small by any means. Mirage are huge as well. But this has affected, like, Erra. They're, again, huge band in the metalcore scene. It seems to be metalcore, and all the other subgenres that come within it. There's probably people that don't even know that this is actually happening. Interestingly enough, through speaking to Timo, he personally doesn't think that any royalties can be gained from this, which obviously is what you don't want to happen. You don't want someone to come in, chuck a song in front of God knows how many 100,000 million listeners or whatever it is that these bands have now, and obviously run away with the royalties because it will be assigned to that band. But obviously someone owns that track. Again, there are screenshots and stuff for the person and the owner, shall we say, of these tracks. And it's hilarious. It's a play on words of one of the One Direction vocalists, which is just fucking hysterical, to be fair. Some idiot has managed to get past Spotify security, has loopholed in. You know, this is not a small thing. Apple Music, don't think it's affected them. But I have read a couple of articles now that Amazon are looking into it to make sure it doesn't happen to them. Deezer, I mean, who the fuck uses Deezer anymore? But yeah, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, they seem to be the big players when it comes to music nowadays. Tidal doesn't really do metal, so they haven't really commented. I haven't been able to find anything from them. They mainly focus on the R&B, rap, like true high-end lossless quality stuff. I've had a trial to Tidal. It sounds fucking phenomenal. But it's not good. It really isn't good. It seems to be, it's a hack. I would say more so than a loophole, because there's just too many bands that are affected. There's too many profiles this thing has appeared on. But once again, I'll flash it up on screen for you. If you see this logo anywhere, on any artwork, you know, if you're listening to Spotify on a playlist or something and it just randomly throws something on shuffle, some of these songs, I won't lie, instrumentally are close. Until they kick in truly, they are close to the band in question that it is trying to rip off. I was very, very nearly fooled with the Angel Maker one. That one was interesting. Very, very interesting. But yeah, this is the logo. I mean, it's 2 seconds fucking clip art. You can see it's cheap and nasty. But that logo in particular, anywhere in singles, in EPs, anything like that of your favourite bands, it is not them. It's AI. It's someone trying to look. But yeah, they're not going to get anywhere. They aren't going to get any royalties out of it. One thing that I could say, again, they won't get royalties out of it, they won't earn any money out of it, but they could establish themselves as a profile on Spotify, because if all them bands' listeners are listening to them tracks, it is going to become a major popular track, and it will get listens, it will get into the algorithm. I'm very, very surprised if it got put into a Spotify playlist, because they are looked at by humans. But yeah, over 100 bands, people, it's a big deal. Some of them are big players in the game as well. We're talking headline bands, even the underground bands, the unsigned bands and stuff like that. This person, whoever it is, has tried their luck and has been successful. Like I say, at the time of this recording going out, I wanted to make sure that everything was factual. I wanted to make sure that I'd spoke to the right people and to some artists, and quite a few artists, and try and get their opinions on it, and actually try and see what the labels were doing, what the management companies, publishers, that kind of stuff were doing. And I'm very lucky to be in a position to reach out to these artists, and they'll just reply and say, this is the situation. Obviously, I've looked at some emails, I've seen some screenshots. I'm not going to share them, like I said at the beginning of this video. They're confidential, but it does help me in making a piece of content and getting it out to you guys, because ultimately, us, as the fans, as the listeners, this is going to be put right in front of our eyes, and we're the ones that are going to see it. From what I've actually seen and been told as well, some bands weren't even aware about this until like 24, 48 hours after. So if you can imagine, you know, insert a huge band following, people that are affected, Fit for a King, Erra, all that kind of stuff, you know, good few, probably approaching a few million listeners monthly. All them fans, they could have even got a notification that there was a new upload, and you know, it can lead to major problems, because I mean, like I say, I got messages from artists saying, don't react to this is not our music. For an argument's sake, again, say it got into the hands of a reactor, we put a video out going, what the fuck is this? Like, this doesn't sound like them. Whoa, why have they gone in that direction? Or a magazine, a review magazine, picks it up and goes, yeah, this sounds awful. Like, this new music is not the right direction at all. This is all the kind of stuff that can happen. You know, people that have maybe just discovered the band, listening to an old album, see that and go, oh, new music, hang on, what the fuck is this shit? This is all stuff that can happen. But yeah, it does seem to be now to be dying down. But this is the age we live in now. AI, it's scary. I've got an AI app on my phone. I fuck around with it all the time to make funny parody songs about my friends. They've all heard them, but it's scary. It is scary accurate how you can just tap in a couple of words. I could open that app on my phone and be like, make me a metal song in the style of, and vocally it's nowhere near. Instrumentally, it's quite scary. It sometimes gets very close. You know, AI has its place. Does it have its place in music? Of course it doesn't. You know, you'll never replace the artists. This is art. You know, dance music, I can see it coming in handy for loops, maybe, because there are apps now that you can, like, generate me this loop or generate me that instrumental sound or something. Maybe in different genres, but in metal music, you know, people spend absolute years perfecting the skills, drums, bass, guitar, vocals, fucking harps, all sorts, now that's in metal, pianos, that kind of stuff. And for AI to come along and just be like, boom, there you go, there's your track, it's quite scary. And it's happening, it's real, people. You know, I use Photoshop and stuff, and even they're busting out their AI now, saying that, you know, we're going to start using reference material to learn how our AI system works. And it's like, fuck no, I don't want any of my designs going into your system and you giving them to someone else years down the line as something else. It's like, that's my fucking work. But this is the current kind of generation we live in now. It's here to stay. We've kind of been using it without even realising for years. I mean, anyone who has an iPhone, fucking Siri is AI. You know, it's just become a thing. I better be careful, because if I say that too loud, the bitch will kick off. I'll be sat there making a video and she'll be like, what do you want to know? She doesn't sound like that. She never has. Siri's never sounded like that, so I don't know what that voice was. But yeah, you know, Google have got Gemini and stuff now, where it's like taking photos of shit, and it'll be like, you'll get them jeans that are on his arse on this website, and it's 20 quid. It's kind of scary, but it is kind of useful, that kind of stuff. But music, for me, it'll never have its place. You know, these people are genuinely talented and have spent years upon years perfecting the craft to be able to be as big and as famous as they are. It's a skill. You know, you can't just buy that shit. So that's not fair. But yeah, keep an eye out, people. Thought I'd post a little video, make you all aware, let you know that I have spoken to the artist. It's fucked them off, as you can imagine. They're not happy about it. But yeah, the labels are on it. Spotify have been caught with their little panties around their ankles, shall we say. But it does all seem to be good in the end. But this is a real thing. It could happen again. I know one of the emails from one of the labels that I personally have read said they've controlled it on Spotify. They can't be 100% sure that this person ain't just going to go and upload it to another site. You know, you could upload it anywhere now. It's made. The track is there. So anywhere you've got your music, whether you're an underground unsigned band or you're a fucking mega huge headlines, you know, arena selling out band, no one is safe from this shit. So be careful. I would have thought better of Spotify. I think they'll probably be scared into upping their security and stuff now. Maybe we'll see some changes implemented. But yeah, there we go, people. Thought I'd just post that one to make you aware. But thank you very much for watching. I will see you all in the next video. There is a reaction coming up after this one as well. So keep around and keep watching the channel and all that stuff. And don't even know why I'm saying that, because you'll see it go on the channel. But you know what I mean. Anyway, be nice to your nan. Give your granddad a slap. And I'll see you all on the next video. Bye for now.